Welcome to another episode from Zach Meglin Collectibles. In honor of Super Bowl week, we are running it back for round 2 of 2025 NFL Optic football. Join us as we go downtown and uptown hunting. Welcome back, YouTube. Once again, we are on the hunt for uptowns and downtowns in 2025 NFL Optic football. So, with this being Super Bowl week, where the Seattle Seahawks face off against the New England Patriots, let's focus on football once again. All right, so we have 2 boxes. This is the Target edition, even though these were purchased from Barnes & Noble for $35 each. So we're still waiting to find some blasters from Walmart to compare it to, but we do have an alert that has notified us that our mega box from Walmart will be arriving. So maybe get that before we get the blaster box edition from Walmart. So hopefully that'll come sometime next week. By then, we'll have a Super Bowl winner already determined. Okay, so hopefully everyone's doing good. Everyone's excited about the Super Bowl. Who do you guys got? Throw that down in the chat, in the comments. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl? Call your shot, all right? That is one of the questions we're going to ask. Call your shot. Who's winning the Super Bowl? Give us the score. If you guess the right score, we will give you something for it, okay? We'll give you a mystery tin. All right, so you predict the correct score, winner, and you will get something for that. But, of course, you have to call your shot or comment before the actual game starts, okay? So here we go. And, of course, we are chasing the downtown. So last time we opened this product about a week ago, unfortunately, we did not hit a downtown or an uptown, and the results were somewhat mixed. So we hope to do better. And I know some people had commented that they weren't fans of the pink parallels. I would have to agree, but we have to reserve our judgment until we open up the Walmart ones. I believe they have purple ones in there, if I'm not mistaken. Purple or blue. All right, so we get 4 cards per pack and 6 packs. Let's get to it. All right, pack number 1. In our second rip of Optic. So these are some holdover boxes that I got. I'm starting to see these on the shelf. Unlike last year where you couldn't find them and they ended up raising the price twofold as a result. A chain reaction of Justin Herbert. Nice, cool looking insert. Haven't seen one of those before. And Trent Green as our vet. Okay, on to the next one. All right, here we go. We have Savion Williams. We are going to get a silver or hollow of Zay Flowers. And Zach Ertz and Rashad Bateman. Okay. On to the next one. As you know, we are giving away prizes this new month. So, in order to qualify, you need to be subscribed to the channel. If you've not already done so, hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Watch this video to the end. Comment on this video, which will ask an additional question to ensure that you qualify for our giveaway, as well as share this video with others. Okay, so we have a Jaxson Smith on the hollow, and the rated rookie was a Dante Thornton Jr. Unfortunately, this rookie class, I have a lot of who kind of deal. Unfortunately, I'm not aware of a lot of these players, unlike last year. Maybe that's why the hype is not as great. Plus, we're not seeing a lot of downtowns and uptowns coming out, but that hopefully will change today in our rip. Here we go. All right, so we're going to get our first pink. We'll reserve that for the end. There's Adam Thielen. Look like he's ready to throw like a quarterback. Jim Kelly on the old school. We saw Alfred Collins. And we have a rated rookie of Alec Ayomaner. Okay, not familiar with him. That's one of 3 that's supposed to be incoming. Pack number 2. Second to the last pack. We are going to get another one. All right. We have Torrey Horton right there. Before we get to that, we have Carl Eller and Old School and Michael Pittman Jr. And on this one, we are getting our Optic rated rookie. Ooh, there you go. Bang. Cam Ward. There you go. That is a good one to get. We will sleeve that up. Haven't pulled too many of his cards. He was a #1 pick for a reason. But is he this year's Bryce Young? And when I say that, it's because remember the year that Bryce Young came out, he was the #1 pick, and C.J. Stroud was #2. Now Jackson Dart was not #2. I forget where he was in the draft. I think in the late first round, right? Or I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't one of the higher picks in terms of quarterbacks. So, but he outplayed the #1 pick and ended up, or C.J. Stroud didn't end up winning Rookie of the Year. So will the same hold for Jackson Dart as well? Okay, so we have the pink. Before we get to that, Derek Carr and Jake Plummer. And final one here is Quinshon Judkins. I know he started off the year hot, but we will take that. He's another running back or young star on the rise. Got a lot of hype earlier in the year. So pretty good start to box #1. Of course, we got to top it off with a case hit, a downtown or uptown. We've yet to pull an uptown either this year or last. But of course, we pulled a downtown. So let's see. This is on to box number 2. Oh, thank you for joining us once again, guys. All right, we're going to get a hollow or a silver. There's Jihad Campbell. We have a Puka Nacua on the base. Deebo Samuel on the base. And on our hollow, it is a rookie. Not familiar with it. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. But there you go. Now, the cool thing about it, guys, is that these pink parallels are Optic rated rookies, at least, okay? So they're not buried with vets or, no-name players, all right? At least we're getting them, the parallels, in rookie form. So that's a good thing. I think other forms or other products should follow suit, right? And make it special for rookies instead of getting parallels or hollows of vets that have been retired for years now. All right, we have Greg Rousseau, Odunze, and we have another hollow, Dylan Sampson. All right, he's also a running back, so I don't know how his playing time was affected with Judkins there. Don't know if they were running back by committee. All right, here we go. On to the next one. We are going to get a pink coming through. We're going to get, there you go, nice Drake May, year 2. Calvin Ridley. And we are getting a Derek Harmon. All right, so we're down to 3 packs. Looking for lightning in a bottle. Hopefully we can get it. Now we're going to get another pink, okay? We have Tyrone Tracy, Isaiah Likely, and finally, we have Damian Martinez, and behind the curtain is Kenneth Grant. All right, so we're sort of back into the rhythm of getting on the pink parallels rookies that we're not too familiar with, okay? So we lucked out. We got, out of the 3, we got 2 good ones in our first box. So nothing to write home about in this second box. Here we go. We are not going to get, well, we're going to get our last one, it looks like. We're getting Derek Harmon on the base. There's Mooney, Jalen Waddle, and Mason Taylor from the Jets. All right, so we're down to our final pack, which means we'll reveal what our next question is. So in the comments section, aside from calling your shot of who's going to win the Super Bowl, score and winner, we also want you to predict who you think is going to be the MVP of the game. Simple as that. If you do all of the steps that we talked about, you will qualify for our giveaway. I'll announce the prizes for the giveaway next week, okay? So stay tuned. Make sure to hit that notification button and register for as many videos as you can so that you have more chances to win our giveaway. Okay, so no downtown there. All right, so we have CeeDee Lamb. We have McCaffrey. We have Kenneth Grant again on the base. And we have a Diamond Hands of Randy Moss. Cool looking card. Funny that this has come out because I have a Diamond Hands of Jaxson Smith Njigba. Okay, so I'm calling it here, guys. This card right here, this is the, now this was his rookie, so this is about 2 years ago, right? And this is this year's version of the Diamond Hands. But this card right here, it's got decent value. It's not a very, pricey card here. However, if you predict your MVP correctly, and it is Jaxson Smith Njigba, all right, and you predict the, if you predict him as being the, well, no, that wouldn't be cool, right? Because that'd be easy. If you predict the Super Bowl winner and MVP correctly, if there's more than one, we're going to have to break the tie, okay? So the way we break the tie is closest to the actual score. But if you predict the MVP correctly as well as the Super Bowl winner and closest score, one winner will win this Diamond Hands of Jaxson Smith Njigba. All right, there you go. We're going to give away this card, rookie Diamond Hands of JSN, just by doing that, okay? But of course, you have to be subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, and share it with others. So there you have it, guys. There is another round. Unfortunately, we didn't get a downtown, but we got some better pink parallels. So we definitely are looking forward to what Walmart has in store for us. So stay tuned for that. That'll definitely go down next week. But hopefully we're going to have some more football rips before our Super Bowl game later this Sunday. Well, thank you for watching, and always thank you for supporting us here at Zach Maglin Collectibles. Until next time, take care.